7 different pathways or popular pathways na pwedeng gawin or pwedeng i-consider this coming 2025. Hey fam, good morning and welcome back to our channel. It's my first time using this DJI Action 5 and I'm with Davan right now. So where's Lian, Davan?
At daycare.
She's at daycare, so nahatid na namin si Lianica.
Maple Leaf.
So we're just waiting for Davan to have his proper time and then ihahatid ka na din.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so walking now with Kuya Davan.
Hi DJI.
Hi DJI. Come on, let's go. You're gonna be
Daddy,
late.
the hay.
Huh?
The hay.
It's the hay. Hay.
The hay, Daddy. That's the hay.
Oh yeah. Okay, pag madami sila, hay na yan. So yun nga pala ang school ni na Davan. Lakad lang kami. Release Kuya, you're gonna be late. Go fam! So, pauwi na tayo. Yan nga pala ang new daycare ni Lianica. Sobrang lapit lang dun sa school ni Kuya. Andun yung school ni Kuya, yan yung daycare niya. So, try natin mag-check ng news again. Hopefully it's better today, but I think to clear the noise as well, at the end of the day, kung temporary resident ka or international student ka, you need to plan ahead with the PR pathway that you have. I think I saw an article which discusses what PR pathways you could pursue here in Canada, and I think those are the most popular ones. And may napanood nga akong vlog na yun yung na-approach niya na. Alam niya na kung ano ang pathway niya. I think it was a provincial or small town pathway. Parang ganon. So I haven't researched on it pero titingnan ko so that we can share to our kababayans kung ano yung mga options nila for PRs. Okay? So dito na tayo sa sasakyan. Uwi na tayo and let's have some breakfast. Ito pa na ka-caption yung ganitong entry sa bahay. Let's check. Open ang garahe. Okay, since wala pa si Mommy, isa lang ang sasakyan. Yan nga pala yung nabili kong mga wheels. A couple of vlogs ago. Hindi ko pa na-pop. Kasi di pa naman summer technically. So mga April siguro. Weather check tayo. Calgary now, it's plus 2 degrees. And ayan yung isang friend namin. Hello! Yung rims mo bro eh. ALB8. Yung rims oh. Rims pa lang, ulam na bro eh. Let's go, sundo na tayo kay Davan. Si Mommy na lang ang magdadala ng kotse. So from office, diretso na si Mommy dun sa school ni na Davan. And ako naman, since malapit lang ang school, ay maglalakad lang ako. And sinasakto ko talaga usually na wala akong meetings around this time para makita ko naman ang anak ko kahit na saglit lang. A couple of houses actually are for sale here in the neighborhood, so pwede namin tingnan din. Alam yun, libre naman mangarap ng upgrade eh. So from townhouse, siguro we're gonna be looking at probably a duplex or a row house. Malaki talaga masyado yung ganitong bahay. Parang masyado siyang malaki. Remember niyo yung dream house vlog namin? I think that's too much to clean up.
This is a big one. This is the one you
Tingin
ordered,
ako
right?
ng donut.
Yeah.
Kuya.
Ah, nice.
Kuya Davon. You want to share with your sister? Kuya.
Tingin ako ng donut ni Davon.
Ang laki.
Laki. Yan, nasundo na namin si
No,
Davon.
Avery is in the other
Atid naman
side.
namin siya sa daycare. Ganun talaga. Paulit-ulit love eh. Ito eh.
Kuya Davon.
Routine talaga.
Kuya
Ito
Davon.
sa anak.
Uy.
Importante. Kasi, lalo na pag may mga work or
Kuya, tawag ka ni...
mga
Tawag
second
ka.
jobs, kailangan talaga siyang nakaschedule, kailangan predictable ang schedule mo, kailangan naka-plan ahead. So on the way na tayo sa school ni Kuya Davon, sa daycare. So excited na naman ang aming Lianica kasi she would see her kuya.
Yeah.
Kumakain na. Gutom ka na ba, kuya? Kumakain na ng donut from the school si Kuya Davon.
Chocolate sprinkle chocolate.
Correct. That's your
Correct.
order kanina, right?
Okay, that's
Apo.
great. So kakatapos lang ng work natin. It's around 5 p.m. here in Calgary. And look at that. Medyo madilim pa din pero sunny and bright. Although cloudy siya. Ganda ng camera oh. Medyo nakakatuwa tong Action 5 talaga. Maliit lang siya. Very compact. And there you go. Puntahan ko na si Mommy sa parking at nag-aantay na siya. Gusto ko lang makita nyo yung aming courtyard. Pasok na tayo. At susundo naman yung mga kids. And syempre, nandito ang napakaganda kong asawa. Lagay natin siya dito lang. And let's try. Oh, parang saktong-sakto siya oh. Galing. Let's go and fetch our kids. Sunny, sunny. Wala pa nga pala kaming mga accessories sa sasakyan for the Action 5. So, mamimili-mili pa kami ni Mommy. Ito, ano kaya natin to? Yung parang kapitbahay lang namin na single detached. Then, nasa kanto lang talaga. It's for sale. And how much, love?
$799.
799,000 Canadian dollars. Kailangan natin manalo sa loto. Pero ang ganda eh, kasi mayroon siyang side entrance, legal basement, pwedeng parentahan na agad. Yung mga ganong considerations ng rental property. So, ano talaga siya? Puro pwede naman natin tingnan, di ba? Ano tayo? Open house.
Oh, kuya, dito
Okay, let's go na may palangga. Let's go! We're going home! Oh, we're gonna have you taken by Teacher Saliha, okay? Tomorrow, if you don't listen,
I made a house. Leon.
And dinner time na kami.
No, that's mine.
So nagluto si Mommy ng spaghetti. Sarap! Sakto, parang may birthday lang. There you go. And of course, may tayong cheese. And kompleto ang mga anak ko may iced tea Not so much. Are you happy, Kuya, with our dinner?
Yeah.
Opo.
Oh yeah. Yummy.
Let's eat. Cheesy. Wait, tingin ako kay Lian. Sarap?
Mahulog anak. Ayan.
Sarap. How about my kuya? How about my kuya? Sarap, kuya? Opo.
Not with cheese.
Not with cheese. Ayaw niya ng may cheese. Okay, and this is mine. And welcome back. Continue natin ang vlog natin. Kasi nakatulog na kami kagabi. Sarap kasi katabi ng mga anak pag pinapatulog. And then, syempre, hindi natin maiwasan. Nakatulog na rin dahil sa pagod for the day. Always think about this kung ako ang nag-a-apply or nung ako ang nag-a-apply ng permanent residence. I always think about this as the list that I need to focus on. All the others would become noise for me. So, what I did when we planned our permanent residence application is I focused on one pathway. So, of course, different pathways will have different qualifications and eligibility. Pero ang nangyari sa amin ay saktong meron akong pathway matching my work that I've gotten here in Canada. And yun yung nakapag-fast track sa amin moving forward. So we were able to get our permanent residency in less than 1 year. It's around 10 to 11 months to be exact. So let's discuss about the 7 permanent residency pathways that are very popular and common in 2025. 7 different pathways or popular pathways na pwedeng gawin or pwedeng i-consider this coming 2025. Number 1, of course, the most popular express entry pathway. Number 2 is the provincial nominee program pathway, which yun yung nakapagpa-PR sa amin, and that is the one that I pursued. Number 3 is the business immigration pathway. This is the pathway where you need to spend some more money compared to the other pathways. Number 4 is the family sponsorship pathway. Number 5 is the Atlantic Immigration Program pathway. So basically, this is more on the regional solution. Kasi alam naman natin na most of the immigrants go to big cities and not to this regional provinces. Number 6, of course, the latest New Canada Caregivers Program pathway. And number 7 is the new Rural Immigration Pilot pathway. So there are 7. Let's start with the express entry pathway. Number 1 is the express entry pathway. I think everyone knows this. And ito yung, for me, isa sa pinakamahirap, although this is the most popular and most common. The reason being is that express entry will require, I think every pathway would require you some points, CRS points, or for the provincial nomination program, I think they would require you like a provincial point that you need to achieve before you are able to be considered in the IRCC express entry pathway. So let's go back. For the express entry pathway, you need to be eligible and must qualify on a couple of programs. Number 1 is the Federal Skilled Worker Program. Ito yung mga professionals with specific education and work experience. So when you answer, there would be some questionnaires in the express entry, and you would need to answer those. Just try to determine whether or not you'll be eligible. And then once you are, then you're going to be given like an express entry number. And then that will be used, or you will be using that number to pursue the application process. And moving forward, yun yung ita-track mo din. Number 2 is the Canadian Experience Class. So these are for individuals na nandito sa Canada, or maybe not in Canada, as long as you have Canadian work experience. So as far as I know, there is an eligibility here of 1 year of Canadian experience. And then moving forward, of course, padami ng padami yung experience mo, pahaba ng pahaba yung nagiging work mo dito sa Canada, ay magiging mas eligible ka with, I think, a greater or adding number of points for each year. What's the application process for the express entry? As I've said just now, you'll need to answer some questions in the form or in online, and then that would determine whether or not you're eligible for this pathway. The challenge for this is the CRS score, which is a bit high. So, nung time namin, it was around 495 yung kailangan na CRS score. And thankfully, after we were able to get the PNP nomination or the provincial nomination program, we were able to add 600 points to what we have. So we were able to get the permanent residency. Now let's talk about numbers for this express entry pathway. So the target is actually 395,000 for express entry applications. And 125,000 of this will be given for the ones that are already here in Canada, which has a temporary status or temporary resident status. The cost of this permanent residency is around 1,500. For family, it's around 3,000 Canadian dollars. And of course, there are a couple of other financial considerations, which is the proof of funds. That's around 15,000 for single and then 18,200 for couples or family. They would want na yung mga ini-invite nila dito sa express entry, and I think all the other pathways would have some financial stability. They would want some funds for you to be able to sustain yourself in Canada or sustain your family in Canada pagdating nyo dito. So that is why they've added, I think, that requirement. Number 2, it's the provincial nominee program. So different provinces, Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan have different sets or requirements of provincial nomination program. So kung saang province kayo, please study their provincial nomination program. It's because for me, I think this would be the fastest pathway possible. Kasi once na na-nominate ka ng province, dadagdagan nila yung CRS score mo ng 600 points. You could then add it to your express entry application with the 600 points, with whatever points you have currently in the express entry, ito total mo yon. The total points, I think for sure, next bunutan, yun yung tawag ko, for sure, makukuha kayo or mapipili kayo. The challenge for the nomination program is specific to per province. So, depende dun sa lack na job or skill of that province, yun yung more or less pina-prioritize nila. So like for example, if you're in the hospitality industry, there would be provincial programs for sure that Alberta would create, and then this would fast track those professionals that are under this industry. Hanap kayo ng mga province na kung saan yung current job nyo or you think your job or your past experience would qualify, and then dun kayo mag-focus. So, yun yung actually na ginawa ko. Next is the business immigration for entrepreneurs and investors to. So, what I've said in the introduction, ito yung parang medyo magastos or mapapagastos ka because of this. Kasi the intent for the provinces for this pathway is for you as an individual who has money in your home country to reinvest or create companies and of course create jobs here in Canada. The target for business invitations or initiatives for 2025 would be around 5,000 permanent resident. So we have a friend in British Columbia that went through this program, and if I'm not mistaken, she invested like around 200 to 300,000. Naglalaro doon. Basta hundreds of thousands ang kailangan mo. And then you're going to establish a company, and then you're going to also create jobs, hire Canadians, hire permanent residents, and then those are the qualification process of this PR pathway. Based on that, pwede ka nilang i-approve as permanent resident. Or, the condition is, pag gagawin mo ang lahat ng to, i-approve ka namin as permanent residents. So, ganun siya. So, it was never in our radar for this pathway. Kasi nga, hundreds of thousands of dollars ang involve agad. So, medyo challenging siya for us. Next, okay, number 4. The next pathway is all about family and love. So, it's family sponsorship. So, alam naman natin dito sa Canada, with regards to family and loved ones, they would want and prioritize this PR pathway. So, for permanent residents and Canadian citizens, they would want you to be able to reunite with your loved ones. So it's either spouse, common law partners, conjugal partners, children. Basta under your family, I think immediate family, you would be able to sponsor them. The processing though is it will take you around 1 year. Medyo matagal siya. But then again, at least while nag-a-apply kayo, buhay Canada lang muna up until ma-approve yung family sponsorship. And the fees are around 1,200 Canadian for each family member. And Canada is aiming to target around 70,000 spousal and child permanent resident or sponsorship for 2025. So, ang ganda nito. And then, 24,500 naman for parents and grandparents. So, ito yung parang na-discuss ko na the last time which hindi kami pwedeng mag-qualify. Kasi, kinlose nila yung intake or application intake for 2025. So, too bad for us, hindi kami pwede. Pero for sure, a lot of our viewers here and a lot of families that are already permanent residents and Canadians here in Canada na matagal nang nagre-reside dito ay pwedeng mag-qualify and hopefully nakapagpasa na rin sila ng intake nila back in 2020, 2019. Kasi I think yun yung parang lottery na idodraw nila. Yun yung cut-off na year. And number 5 is the Atlantic Immigration Program. Again, for me, this is one of the pathway that you really need to look at. Although, syempre, when you say Atlantic, provincial talaga to. And ito yung mga hindi popular na pinupuntahan ng mga immigrants. But then again, they have, in a sense, my take here is that para siyang special pathway. It's because you're going to provinces such as New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, and Labrador. So maybe some of the viewers in the Philippines, you haven't heard of these provinces, pero dito sa Canada, they're considered as Atlantic provinces. Ang side ng East Coast, so Atlantic Ocean na yung nandun. But, they have actually good industries there. I think mostly focus on agricultural and perhaps the seafood industry, so crabbing perhaps or fishing. But then again, if you're already here in Canada and medyo delikado yung PR pathway mo or alanganin yung PR pathway mo, dyan sa current province mo, you should consider this. Kasi at the end of the day, kahit na anong sabihin mo, Atlantic man yan, hindi sikat na province, medyo, ang term pa nga natin minsan ay bundok, parang ganon, pero makakapag-stay ka sa Canada. And for me, that's the most important thing. So regardless kung New Brunswick ba yan, or Newfoundland, or Nova Scotia, as long as you have your family with you and you can have a work there, that's worth pursuing. That's for me. Basta laging kasama ang pamilya kaya. That's my motto. Number 6 is, I think, a very popular one. Medyo bago-bago lang to. It's called the New Canada Caregivers Program. I think it's a pilot program that will be open March 31st, 2025. And the aim of this, of course, is to give priority PR applications to caregivers. This new caregiver pilot program will be accepting 2,750 applications. in 2025. So super check to. Very good news to everyone. Ang maganda pa sa program na to ay isi-simplify ng government yung process for skilled caregivers to gain permanent residency. So parang ang sinasabi dito sa article is from your home country, pag na-accept ka nito and eligible ka, ang processing ay mas madali and pagdating mo sa Canada ay PR ka kaagad, eliminating any delays and uncertainty. So for the viewers that's out there in the Philippines, you can look for this one. But then again, I always caution to please research, not just for this pathway, but for the cost of living here in Canada, saan kayo mapupuntang province, may support ba kayo from your family, may kakilala ba kayo dun sa province na mapupuntahan nyo, and other considerations. Kasi again, medyo mahal ngayon dito sa Canada. So, do your research, do everything. And we're down to the last popular pathway in 2025. This is called the New Rural Immigration Pathway. So ginawa yung pathway na to is to encourage new immigrants to consider these provinces or these areas, which is yung bandang north ng Canada. I think also in Alberta, if I'm not mistaken, and also Ontario, meron silang mga cities or towns na kino-consider for this new rural program. Again, if you're living in a big city, Vancouver, British Columbia, Toronto in Ontario, Calgary or Edmonton in Alberta, Saskatoon or Regina in Saskatchewan, I think there would be some groups of towns and cities that are considered as northern section of the country, where it's of course unpopular kasi malamig, wala masyadong city life. In a sense, probinsya siya. So, ito yung mga ino-open nila or special program just for immigrants to consider this. Okay, so eligibility requirements. Of course, you need to have a valid job offer from a designated employer, at least 1 year of related work. So, dapat may work ka na dito sa Canada in the past 3 years. And it belongs to that TEER category. So, tier category. Then, the most popular requirement, which is the English language requirement, and mababa lang naman. They would want you to have CLB 4 to 6. So, I think for Filipinos, kayang-kaya to ng Filipino. Parang, CLB level 4, 5, and 6. Okay, next week, pwede na tong mag-book. I mean, that's how confident I am with regards to our English ability. So, I don't think problema yun ng mga Pilipino. Of course, pag more practice, mas mataas ang score, mas magandang tingnan, mas mukhang mas eligible talaga. And hindi lang yan. Kasi lagi mong gagamitin yung language exam na yun, whether it's IELTS or CELPIP or PTE. As long as mataas siya, you would be able to use this in different scenarios or different pathways as well, kung kailangan ng iba. And there you have it. Those are the 7 most popular PR or permanent residency pathways for 2025. So again, with the previous vlog, bumaba yung target ng PRs in Canada for 2025, which is just around 395,000 compared to the previous target, which is 500,000. For me, mas masasala kung sino ang bibigyan nila ng permanent residency. Pero at the end of the day, there's no harm in trying if you really want to come here in Canada, or if you're already in Canada and you want to pursue your permanent resident dream, bakit hindi? So please study all of these 7 programs based on your experience, based on your character, based on your values, based on your education level, based on your English level, based on your experience as well here in Canada. Consider nyo lahat ng to, pag-aralan nyo ng mabuti, and tingnan nyo kung saan kayo pwedeng maging eligible para sa inyong dream na permanent residency. So that's it. I'm Lawrence and thanks for being with me again. Actually, kinabukasan na to from the earlier captions or videos that I will be sharing for today's vlog. So salamat. Maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. Maayong gabi sa Pilipinas. Have a very good weekend ahead and hang loose. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.